Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
You have been waiting on it all year. Now, it's your chance to make this Christmas better than ever. Get the extra cash you need with the Make This Christmas Better loan from the GUT Credit Union. Get up to $50,000 to celebrate your Christmas and make your holiday dreams come true. Home improvements, new furniture, a vehicle, debt consolidation, or even a vacation. We can help you get there. Yes, you can. Make this Christmas better with the GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Good night and welcome to the GBN television news for Wednesday, December 15th, 2021. In the headlines, Tuesday's deadline met as government averts major strike action at the Grenada Ports Authority. Private sector Senator Christopher Diali tells government they can forget the oil but don't forget the gas as he probes the 2022 budget. Two senators, both one sharing the same board, clash over the operations at the T.A. Marisho Community College. Agriculture Senator Roderick St. Clair says there is no real effort to solve predial larceny. Coming up in Around the Globe, authorities working to identify some of the victims who died in a gas tanker explosion in Haiti on Monday. And internationally, WHO warns that Omicron variant spreading at unprecedented rate. Coming up in sports, Lewis Hamilton receives his knighthood for services to motorsport. We'll bring you the details of these and other stories right after this. Stay with us.
Are you a small business and would like your business to grow? Do you have an event, products or services that people should know about? Be wise. Advertise. Book your spot on GBN Shopping Guide. Be part of Grenada's biggest advertising medium, the Grenada Broadcasting Network. Call our sales department now on 440-2446 or 440-3033 or GBN plus the number sign. Email us at sales@gbn.gd. Special conditions apply.
Thanks for joining us. I am Blossom Alexis-Welsh with the details. Top story tonight. Minister of Labour Peter David says the industrial clash between the Grenada Ports Authority and its workers has been resolved, and as such, Grenadians will not encounter any difficulties in getting their barrels and other items at the port this Christmas season. Let's get more in this Rena Perry-Thomas report.
According to Minister for Labour Peter David, operations at the Grenada Port Authority will be a smooth sail for the rest of the year as the industrial dispute between the authority and the Grenada Technical and Allied Workers Union, the representatives for the workers, has been resolved. After workers' industrial action on Monday, the minister said he initiated a sit-down with all parties involved to fix the issue.
On Monday morning, when we realized an issue was about to erupt, I pulled the parties before me. We met on Monday and we met on Tuesday, and I must say that while there was some heated debate, some contention, some issues, eventually I think both parties made compromises. Both parties found a way, and I want to thank all of the parties involved for their willingness to find a solution. So we found a solution yesterday evening. I think we finished about 7:30 last night. We were able to find a solution. So I think we will have, and God's willing, something else doesn't arise, but we should have a smooth sailing through Christmas at the port.
Minister David said that one of their concerns was how the industrial action will affect the Grenadian public and the collection of their goods on the port, further disrupting lives. The minister gave a brief understanding of what was the final agreement of both parties.
The solution that was found was in keeping with the collective agreement, that they are going to receive the bonus according to the collective agreement. It was a mandatory amount according to the agreement of 2% and an amount above the 2% depending on the performance of the port. But that was the main issue. And there were some other issues in relation to past and old disputes that we resolved. But I would leave it to the union and to the port to give the details of the...
GBN sought comment from Tao on the matter, but was told that all officers were presently engaged and unable to give any comments. However, on Tuesday, President General of the Grenada Technical and Allied Workers Union told the Senate that the deadline for a resolution was that day.
Grenada Ports Authority has been given up to today, the end of the working day today, to resolve this matter. This is not a threat, through you, Mr. Deputy President, but given where we are with COVID and everything else, that whatever takes place on the port after today is totally in the hands of the management.
For GBN News, I am Rena Pear Thomas reporting.
Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell believes Grenada's future in oil and gas is doubtful. However, private sector Senator Christopher Dialli is now recommending that government follows through on the issue of natural gas. Gerard Joseph has that story.
There is no longer a focus on oil and gas by the new National Party administration following changes in international policies coming out of the climate change conference in Glasgow. According to Prime Minister Mitchell, the issue was further compounded, as he said despite considerable oil and gas deposits found in 2 wells drilled, it was not enough.
These 2 wells, you can't carry a business over a long period. These guys are investing hundreds of millions of US dollars. They have to have 5-6 wells to move.
However, private sector Senator Dialli, while noting that oil exploration and development is not a prudent investment, believes that the production of natural gas is another issue.
And all the companies, if you watch what's happening in Ghana at BP International, where they're going, you have to have extensive reserves and reserves that are commercially viable for exploitation to make sense. And that is fine. And no set of investments is going to come from the World Bank and the IMF now to support it. But what we must pursue is gas. We cannot give up the production of gas.
Senator Dialli says the benefits of natural gas to reducing the cost of electricity production must be pursued.
If we were to transfer that 5 megawatt engine at Grenlick into natural gas burning instead of diesel, we will have a significant reduction in the rate once we could recover the expense to transform the engine. It is not cheap to transform the engine from diesel burning to facilitate natural gas. But that is what Trinidad have been doing for years. And that is why the rate is so low per kilowatt hour. And we have to pursue that. If we pursue nothing else.
The private sector senator says cooperation must be sought in this regard.
We have to find a way to get gas into Grenada, whether via pipeline or whether via ship. Now we could store, either from Guyana or from Trinidad, because Trinidad is now trying to develop with Guyana. Trinidad no longer could do the line. They have to beg Guyana now to help them do the line, because they're broke. In parlance, local parlance. But we have to find a way to form partnerships that could find exploitation of the gas that is there or get it to this country via pipeline or via ship.
I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
The manager of China Harbour, the contracted firm for the airport bypass road, says there will be no disruption to airport functions during the construction phase of the project. Here's Christelina John with an update on the project.
Despite a few delays, work on the airport bypass road has commenced. This is the area of road that spans from the public car park at the Morris Bishop International Airport down to Sandals, Grenada. This is the first part of the airport expansion project, scheduled to begin sometime by February 2022. Infrastructure Minister Nolan Cox says the road will minimize the amount of traffic in front of the airport and augurs well in terms of the security of the Morris Bishop International Airport.
Well, as government of Grenada, we remain committed to the projects that we indicate that we're going to do as part of the PSIP initiative. And this project is a critical project based on where we're trying to go. And we know that tourism has been down for the past year or so. So we're using this opportunity to make the upgrade to MBIA so that we are strategically positioned for whatever growth that we anticipate coming and with persons moving backward and forward through Grenada. In terms of the work that we're starting here now, in the project it is listed as the bypass road, but more than likely this will be the main roadway going forward. And so what we are trying to do is to have the main traffic start using here before we commence major works on the airport.
Deputy Manager for China Harbour, Calvin Lee, gave an overview of the project. He says with some of the equipment still on its way into the country, the main expansion project will begin by the end of February.
Has already finished our design works for all the project, and right now we do the detection, the cable detection inside the airport. We will make sure that during the construction we don't make any break for the cables to make sure during the construction the airport can run it properly. And our machine is on the ship, on the boat right now. It will reach here by the end of January. So the main construction inside airport will start by the end of February. Because for our project, it's a non-stop, I can call it a non-stopping construction. We will keep the airport running during the day, and we just allow working during the night. We have about 6 hours every day to working. So we must ensure that we can produce as much as we can during the night.
Lee says work will be conducted mostly at nights, creating as many employment opportunities for locals. Joseph Gilbert is the managing director of Gilbert Engineering Company Limited, who has been subcontracted by China Harbour to undertake work on the bypass road. He explained his company's scope of work.
The length of the road is just under 1 mile. It is 0.76 of a mile. The width is 6.5 meters, about 21 feet, which allows for 2-lane traffic. The engineering, the structure of the pavement itself is very robust in the sense that the base course is 8 inches thick. The asphalt pavement itself is going to be about 4.5 inches thick, which should give you a design life of more than 20 years. So with maintenance, we could expect that that particular road will last for 20, 30 years.
Gilbert says the main challenge now is how to control the flow of traffic. He says they have been in conversation with the traffic department of the Royal Grenada Police Force, seeking their expertise, as well as stakeholders and residents, to find the best solution. Christelina John, GBN News.
2 senators went head-to-head in the Senate of the Senate as they discussed the 2022 budget, as well as the issues at the T.A. Marichaud Community College. Let's get the details in this report.
While welcoming efforts to spur on developments within the T.A. Marichaud Community College, Private Sector Senator Christopher Diali is debunking the fallacy that there is huge wastage at the institution, with money being spent carelessly and not accounted for. Several government ministers and senators, including Victor Philip, who elaborated on TAMCC, impressed on the perceived wastage.
I think the government was right not to give more. Because you cannot put more money when you have too much waste. We need to settle and correct the wastage in TAMCC.
However, Senator Diali sought to remind those in government that it was a mandate from their administration for all applicants for specific programs be facilitated.
What does that require? Hiring of adjunct staff to deal with the volume of students. Hence, the salaries and payments for adjunct would significantly increase. And we'll have to keep going to government for increased subvention, which sometimes they did not increase.
The private sector senator also responded to Senator Philip, who called for more involvement from corporate Grenada.
I've never believed that the government must be the only partner in education. In fact, TAMCC needs more support from the corporate Grenada. And I'm calling on the corporate Grenada to do more. Because they have to understand the efforts that TAMCC is making. They are the bearers of that fruit.
And then comes to the issue of how did we manage? You spoke about closer collaboration in the private sector. It has never been closer. We started a department in TAMCC specifically to elucidate support from the private sector. whether in kind or in cash.
The senator reiterates that the private sector has donated new engines to the motor department and upgraded the broadband services, while government accused the college board of being inefficient.
A lot of waste, but yet still, we graduate hundreds of students with top-class honors and perform top class when they go to universities in the US and elsewhere, which speaks to the quality of the education at TAMCC. The nurses program was given to TAMCC with no subvention from the Ministry of Health. I don't think you know that, or if you know, you didn't say that.
Acknowledging government's efforts to resolve salary issues, he notes that it was always government who fell short on the increases for teachers at TAMCC, while the board was being blamed.
So I say that to say, Mr. President, that when we talk about TAMCC, we have to also talk about government's failure to provide the necessary financial support to the school when they were the ones who insisted that we expand programs and expand volume without no improvements in increasing class sizes and those type of things.
I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
This is GBN Primetime Edition of News. Coming up, Agriculture Senator says there's no effort to solve the issue of prettier larceny. That story next.
It's the season for all the merry get-togethers and favorite holiday festivities. So how much fruit is too much for Granny's delicious black cake recipe? Or how much paint do we need to fix up the living room? Did someone say punch the creme? Share it all on every device when you bundle. Add a postpaid mobile to your new or existing home services and save 50% off your mobile bill every month. Plus, get a free smartphone. Bundle now and get 10 times the chance to win over $100,000 in cash and prizes with Flow, the nation's only island-wide network.
It's the season to give, and Grenlec invites you to give a gift of love and light to someone in our community who has been challenged by COVID-19. Make your account current and nominate someone for a chance to win. 200 winners will be gifted with a $400 grocery voucher or a $75 electricity voucher. If we select your entry, you too will win. Visit our website or Facebook page for more information. Terms and conditions apply. Promotion runs November 24th to December 24th. Give a gift from Grenlec this holiday.
With Republic Bank. Light up your home with renovation. Light up your driveway with a new vehicle. Even better, light up the faces of your loved ones with a loan from Republic Bank. Get up to $50,000 unsecured, reduced interest rates, quick approvals, and win cash prizes with Republic Bank.
The holidays are here. Republic's spreading the cheer. Come on and light up your Christmas with Republic.
Make this Christmas your brightest with Republic Bank. Special terms and conditions apply.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
We are all essential in the fight against COVID-19.
At Courts, we're doing our part and we encourage you to stay at home, stay safe, and shop online at www.shopcourts.com.
For added convenience, our Courts online customers will receive free delivery and get up to 20% off televisions, appliances, and homewares. Plus, if you shop with Ready Finance, you will pay nothing down for 60 days. Now, you can stay home, shop online, and save.
Remember, do the essential. Wear a mask, wash your hands, practice social distancing, stop the spread.
Sunday, December 19th is Super Sunday in Grenada. Wow! And this year, it's gonna be online with a whopping $20,000 US. Yes, you heard right. $20,000 US to be won. Just get a ticket for only US $20 and you stand a chance to win. Get your tickets now from numerous box offices island-wide in Grenada. If you're playing overseas, tickets are only available at gotofed.com. Sunday, December 19th is Super Sunday. Join the fun and excitement online. Play Waggy T Virtual Bingo and win cash this Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Physical violence, threats, controlling behavior, and being disrespectful are no-nos in any relationship. Parenting together after a breakup can be difficult, but always speak and behave in ways you would want your children to speak and act. You cannot control what your ex-partner does, but you can control how you choose to respond to your ex and what behaviors you display to your children. Parents, display behaviors you will want your children to learn. A respectful child begins with you. Step up your parenting game. My family matters.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year.
Ariza Credit Union wishes you a joyous and peaceful Christmas. May you and your loved ones continue to be safe as you enjoy the festive season.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year.
Ariza Credit Union, your financial freedom, your future.
We're here to make you happy, 'cause that's what we do. Spare your pocket, spare the earth, always act when let you come first. Save energy, save a time, we choose your wattage and we choose your time. When you use appliances, make sure you buy energy efficient every time. Spare your pocket, spare the earth, always act when let you come first. Spare your pocket, spare the earth, always act when let you come first.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Light up this Christmas with Republic. Come on and brighten up the holidays with Republic.
Light up your Christmas with Republic Bank. Light up your home with renovation. Light up your driveway with a new vehicle. Even better, light up the faces of your loved ones with a loan from Republic Bank. Get up to $50,000 unsecured. Reduce interest rates, quick approvals, and win cash prizes with Republic Bank.
Holidays are here. Republic spreading the cheer. Come on and light up your Christmas with Republic.
Make this Christmas your brightest with Republic Bank. Special terms and conditions apply.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome back to the news. Farmers' representative in the Senate, Roderick St. Clair, maintains that unless pretty larceny is not treated as how drugs and traffic are dealt with, then nothing will be truly done. Highlighting several recent incidents with farmers in which their inputs were damaged, Senator St. Clair believes the issue of pretty larceny is being downplayed with no real effort to solve it. Gerald Joseph has that report.
The disgusting issue of pretty larceny has been going on for far too long, and Agriculture Senator Roderick St. Clair says it is now time to not just talk about an end, but to deliver on that promise.
And Mr. Deputy President, we will go nowhere because why? The persons who are responsible for pretty larceny, which is basically the rural constables, are not enshrined within the Royal Grenada Police Force. So we just set up bad. They cannot arrest nobody. And even the money that is with them, when 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock in the night, they have to go home because based on employment regulation.
Senator St. Clair notes that it is the farmers that are made to suffer.
So the poor farmers and them maybe don't even realize that this setup will never deliver. It will never.
The senator says he is dumbfounded as to the rationale for not ensuring the Pradia Lasni Task Force is an official arm of the RGPF.
And I don't understand why it is taking us so long to bring the Pradia Lasni the Royal Constables as regular police officers. They could walk on with a sergeant of Pradia Lasni, I'm a corporal of Pradia Lasni, and do the work. The last time I heard a set from Grenville's move, who is on the beach watching tourism stuff, who is in Bruch Grove doing something else. We have to be crazy.
Agriculture Minister Peter David, in his contribution to the budget during the House of Representatives sitting, though not highlighting any specifics, announced that Pradia Lasni will be seriously tackled and resolved in 2022. Senator Nolan Cox, addressing the concern, says while government has introduced stiffer penalties and provided more support, Pradia Lasni is a complex issue.
And one of the biggest challenges that is affecting Pradia Lasni and even the sector is the lack of the farming community not organizing. Where are the associations, Mr. Deputy President? We don't have any associations. I think Carriacou have one. But the failure for the farming sector to come together as a unit is making it even more difficult for them to make use of the resources that we have, and even for us to planning and moving forward.
However, the Agriculture Senator impresses that nothing has changed since the 2015-2016 budget, which elaborated on the use of surveillance technology to solve and eliminate Pradia Lasni.
And why is all of those things going on, Mr. Deputy President? A key part of the issue, which deals with the Pradia Lasni Fund, in case farmers get any losses, that was in the books way before 2020. Up to now, doesn't even exist. And we love farmers, we love you, we need you to feed us. No, Mr. Deputy President. No.
Senator St. Clair is calling for a restructuring of the RGPF to include Pradia Lasni as a major department within the force. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
The Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, of the United Nations, in collaboration with the Ministry of Agriculture and the Market International Importing Board, commenced a 3-day workshop for more than 30 farmers with an aim to develop the sector in Grenada. Rena Perry-Thomas has the details.
Farmers who applied and were pre-selected to lease and cultivate farmlands at the Grand Bar and the Diamond Estate are engaged in the second phase of training under the pilot agriculture land bank project. The project will help to reduce idle or underutilized land, improve access to fertile land for landless farmers, women and youth interested in agribusinesses. 33 participants will participate in a workshop for the next 3 days, which is funded by the FAO and implemented by the Marketing and International Importing Board with support from the Ministry of Agriculture. Joseph Noel is the coordinator for the Pilot Agriculture Land Bank project.
And we want to ensure that what happens at the pilot sites are very successful, because the intention is to upscale in the next few years to a national agricultural land bank, and to the point where we can invite private landowners who have their lands sitting idly by or abandoned to deposit their lands in the land bank, and then we can list this out to people who want to get into agriculture but have no access to lands.
The training will contain both practical and theoretical components on capacity building service for root and tuber crops and quality requirements for the local market. The first phase of the training, which started on November 15th and concluded on December 10th, focused on the management and operations of agribusinesses. Senator for Agriculture Roderick St. Clair, in his remarks, spoke of the importance of such training.
Now, root crops is an excellent choice because that goes into the heart of our food security system. It is less susceptible to floods and winds and so on. It also is a good source for energy. It is also a good source that can be stored for a long period of time. But most importantly, there is so much opportunities for value addition. We can see the potato chips, we can see the purées, we
can see all of those different value-added products.
Chief Agricultural Officer Trevor Thompson encouraged the farmers to take advantage of the opportunity given to them.
I want to say to you that this was a dream and a vision that took a lot of effort, Mr. Joseph alluded to it, to become a reality. And you have a great opportunity. I want to say to you, grasp all of the knowledge you can today from this training, so that at the end you will be the best farmer. When we have to think about Farmer of the Year, we have to hot our heads to come up with the final candidate, because everybody will be doing so well.
At the end of the training, all participants will receive a certificate of participation from the FAO, MNIB, and the Ministry of Agriculture. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell was among leaders in Havana, Cuba, attending the 20th summit of the Bolivarian Alliance for the Peoples of the Americas, People's Trade Treaty. Tuesday's meeting discussed, among other things, unity and integration in joint strategies to address the adverse conditions brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic. Prime Minister Mitchell commended the government and people of Venezuela and Cuba for reaching out to Grenadian people in the midst of the pandemic.
For Grenada in particular, to counter the negative impact of the pandemic on the livelihoods of our people, government has provided economic stimulus support for the most vulnerable, especially those working in the informal economy of our country. But it's been tough. Allow me therefore to express at this time sincere gratitude to Venezuela and Cuba for the extraordinary assistance to our country in the areas of logistics, materials, equipment, and the deployment of medical mission from Cuba to assist us in the fighting of COVID-19.
Prime Minister Mitchell told his colleagues that the pandemic forced his government to invest additional resources in widespread testing, contact tracing, isolation, and treatment. He reiterated Grenada's commitment to ALBA as he underscored the importance of solidarity and partnership to forge ahead with development in their respective countries.
As we commemorate the 70th anniversary of the founding of this organization, I wish to reaffirm Grenada's commitment to the core principles of ALBA TCP and assure all member states of our willingness to work together for the good of all. Grenada regards equity as the key to a sustainable recovery. Public policy in member states of ALBA must therefore address poverty reduction. In Grenada, equality and social cohesion has always been and continue to be placed at the center of our government post-COVID-19 agenda.
Dr. Mitchell was accompanied by Minister of Foreign Affairs, International Business and CARICOM Affairs Oliver Joseph. Finance Minister Gregory Bowen had the short stint as acting Prime Minister in Dr. Mitchell's absence, which ended on Wednesday. And now let's turn our attention to what has been creating a buzz on social media. Rena Perry Thomas has been looking around the platforms.
We present the news. You analyze the various topics and distill the issues as they unfold. Your distillation points matter as we're about to highlight them in our Social Buzz Report.
In 2019, Trevon Robinson, a U.S. and Grenadian citizen, pleaded guilty to forcing a 5-year-old boy to perform oral sex on him while the boy was temporarily left in his care. He was fined and only required to pay compensation to the victim, then allowed to leave the state of Grenada. Now he awaits his fate in the United States of America for the same crime. GBN brought this story and you, our online audience, took to the comment section to air your views. Valentia Frank said, Mr. George, we need you down here in Grenada to help get justice for our young girls and boys. Your number should be on speed dial on all parents' phones in Grenada. Anne-Marie commented, Grenada justice system needs to step up. Too many young children are being hurt. Some of the poor mothers can't afford without a lawyer. Come on, Grenada. Don't make our system look so weak and shameful. This is just the beginning, so step up to the time. Francis wrote, the magistrate in Grenada should not only step down but be charged. This is ridiculous. What was the motive to allow this man to walk free after traumatizing, molesting, and permanently damaging this child? How is what he did okay in the eyes of this magistrate? I need to know who the magistrate is. Alistair said, let that be a lesson for all the pedophiles that come from foreign and even the ones living in Grenada that prey on the innocent children. Lose them in prison. And finally, Roderick commented, thank God for laws like that. Justice has been served. I am proud of the mother and didn't choose $600 over her son. He destroyed the woman's child and just ran off paying pocket change. Wake up, Grenada system. Wake up. Lesson being shown. That's a wrap for tonight's Buzz. Continue to share your thoughts and concerns with us on our social media platforms.
And still ahead from us, Ambassador awards top performers in the 2021 CPEA exams. That story still ahead.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
Times are hard, and your vehicle is your investment. Let it work for you. Get a wheel alignment from Premium Auto Services and enjoy greater fuel efficiency, smoother ride, improved steering, reduced repairs, and longer-lasting tires. Make that call today, 439-4000, or just visit them on the Calavini Main Road. Don't forget to ask about their 20% special discount and all new tires. Premium Auto Services, your one-star auto repair center.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
Introducing Color by Sissons. 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 Color by Sissons.
A whole new level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
Let's get tough on breed, yeah, larceny. It will destroy our economy. Larceny threatens our food security. Can hurt us locally, hurt us globally. To all the buyers, ask for license from all produce sellers. To all the people, 300 for police for them thieving fellas. To all the families, don't steal produce from your brother. Then you selling to traffickers, hotels, and street vendors. Nah, man. Let's do all we can to stop radio larceny. New vigilance, new laws, and a tough judiciary. Stop Grenada's organized business crime. It's time.
To report pre-deal larceny, call 300.
You're already ill and have no time or energy to walk every which way to access your healthcare needs. So come to Spice Isle Imaging on the Carenage for a one-spot stop for all your health service needs. See our in-house doctor and get your meds from the pharmacy right on location. Digital X-ray, MRI, CT scans, mammography, ultrasound, and laboratory services are also available. So for that moment when life makes demands on you, you can make demands on us. Visit us at Spice Isle Imaging, Carenage, St. George's.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
It's the season for all the merry get-togethers and favorite holiday festivities. So how much fruit is too much for Granny's delicious black cake recipe? Or how much paint do we need to fix up the living room? Did someone say punch the creme? Share it all on every device when you bundle. Add a postpaid mobile to your new or existing home services and save 50% off your mobile bill every month. Plus, get a free smartphone. Bundle now and get 10 times the chance to win over $100,000 in cash and prizes with Flow, the nation's only island-wide network.
Welcome back. The top 3 performers from this year's CPEA exams were awarded today by a former youth ambassador. Chrislina John tells us about the ceremony as the young ones settle into secondary school life.
Ryan Chow Chong, Tiana Mitchell, Ashel Jessamy, and Keon Smart are the top performers in this year's CPA examination. The award was made possible by Ellen James, a former youth ambassador for Grenada and presently an employee at the Ministry of Youth. James, reflecting on his upbringing and the struggles parents endure to ensure their child or children's success in their educational journey, has motivated him to do this award presentation.
The Ellen James Award was created to recognize and award the students, parents, and teachers in and around the education system of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. The awards are the Sadoe Award, or the Golden Child Award, given to the top students or students of the Caribbean Primary Exit Assessment in the public school system. The Golden Care Award, given to the parent or parents of the top student. The Your Teaching, Your Impact Award, given to the teacher or teachers of the student of the Caribbean Primary Exit Assessment in the public school system.
James further explained what each award represents.
The Golden Care Award, given to the parent or parents of the top student. The Your Teaching, Your Impact Award, given to the teacher or teachers of the student of the Caribbean Primary Exit Assessment in the public school system. The Sudoya Award was created as an incentive to encourage students' determination on their journey to excellence. The Golden Care Award was created to express strong appreciation to parents and recognizing their continuous inspiration and support towards their child or children. The Your Teaching, Your Impact Award was also designed to recognize the teachers in our society for the unfailing commitment, patience, and love, reiterating that they are indeed the pillars of our society. These awards are an overall act of ensuring all students, parents, and teachers continue writing your stories.
Minister for Education Emily Mplere implored on the young ambassadors to feel proud of where they come from. The Education Minister congratulated Mr. James on his noble gesture, noting that society sometimes appears to be a selfish place. However, when someone can influence others' lives, they can see they have lived.
Proud about your struggles. Feel proud about who it is, you heard him say this, who it is that made what you are today possible. Feel proud about it. But be prepared to go forward and come back to make a difference in the lives of the people who shaped you and who helped to make you into who you are. And I'm speaking specifically to the young ambassadors who are here. It's not about title. It's not about positions. It's not about who you are by the name. It's about who is inside of you. That person that is inside of you that can make a difference in the lives of people.
Christina John, GBN News.
And now let's take a peek through the GBN eyesore lens.
A good eye catches all. GBN eyesore is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. Clear Vision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
Our citizen journalist wants to raise awareness of the illegal dumping of waste material in the Kalivini St. George's area. Our eyesore reporter says, quote, "This is garbage dumped along the main road that links Hopevale to Kalivini. It is done openly and without fear," unquote. Our citizen journalist added that when waste is brought in such large amounts to this area, it poses substantial or potential threats to public health and the environment. In light of this, they are calling on the relevant authority to enforce the law that relates to illegal dumping. We thank our eyesore reporter for this submission. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
With us, the weather report and forecast is up next, followed by sports, regional and international news.
Gifts of love with dread, bringing love for you this game. Communion showing that we care, with gifts of love with dread.
We're bringing you gifts of love with cheer at the communal. This Christmas, we are your Santa. It's all about sharing the warmth of this season with those you love. Get in on this special loan, taking advantage of great interest rates with no principal payments until January 2022. Share the gift of love. Make it a merrier Christmas with the communal. Exciting prizes for members throughout the promotion. For we are your Santa this Christmas. Offer ends January 31st, 2022. Lending terms and conditions apply.
Communion showing that we care, with gifts of love with dread. Gifts of love with dread.
Are you looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements, or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 418-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Foliage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
have muscular pain that no one can find a solution for? Are you tired of taking meds for joint and other pains? Hills and Valley Medicare Center on Grenville Street, St. George is here to help you heal. We will help you map a path to your full recovery. Visit us Monday to Saturday for a consultation with our on-site doctor, physiotherapist, and massage team. You will be glad you did. Our Medicare Center, a proud member of the Hills and Valley group of companies. On the hilltop or in the valley, we are with you wherever life takes you. Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Your health is our business.
Looking for a professional team offering around-the-clock, private and confidential nursing, medical care, and aid services? Then look no further. Nurses Care Grenada is a fully certified, insured, and licensed healthcare facility committed to the reduction and eventual elimination of healthcare disparities affecting the nation. Our registered nurses will visit you at your home, assess your condition, and provide the required treatment under the directive of a doctor. So why worry when there's Nurses Care Grenada? Give us a call, 406-3928. Nurses Care, reliable, trusted professionals we can all depend on. Once upon a time, we shopped at Wonderland, then Neverland. But we're all grown up now and no longer believe in fairy tales. So now we just shop at Shoes R Us. At Shoes R Us, we stock the latest in shoes, tops, and jeans for the fashion-conscious lady. We also carry colognes and much, much more. And for the modern trendy male, we have the latest brand-name shoes and sneakers, Converse, Reebok, Nike, K-Swiss, Puma, and much more. So check us out at our two convenient locations, Melville Street in St. George and Ben Jones Street in Granville. At Shoes R Us, we say, come shop with us.
Keeping an eye on the weather. This is GBN. We've got you covered.
This is the public weather forecast for the state of Grenada. The minimum temperature 24.5 degrees Celsius tonight. The weather will be partly cloudy and windy with light isolated showers. Winds will be east-northeasterly to east-southeasterly at 15 to 25 miles per hour, gusting higher at times. Moderate to rough with waves 6 to 9 feet in open waters. Therefore, a marine advisory remains in effect. Low tide is at 7:30 p.m. and high tide 1:30 a.m. On Thursday, sunrise will be at 6:21 a.m., sunset 5:46 p.m. The weather will be partly cloudy and windy with light isolated showers overnight. Then on Friday, sunrise 6:21 a.m., sunset 5:46 p.m. It will once again be partly cloudy and windy with light to moderate showers in the morning and overnight. Then on Saturday, sunrise and sunset 6:22 a.m. and 5:47 p.m. respectively. Partly cloudy and windy conditions are expected with light to moderate morning showers. And that's the weather report and forecast valid for tonight and the next 3 days. Stay tuned. Sports is next. Sporting fans, we start off with motorsport tonight. 7-time Formula One world champion Lewis Hamilton has received his knighthood for services to motorsport from Prince Charles during a ceremony at Windsor Castle on Wednesday morning.
To receive the honour of knighthood, Sir Lewis Hamilton for services to motorsport.
The 36-year-old was knighted by the Prince of Wales at Windsor Castle. And our sports correspondent, Joe Wilson, is there for us this afternoon. Joe.
Hi, Ben. Yes, what we should say from the outset is that these events, these investitures, are essentially private events. They are for the recipients of the honour and indeed their families. So, Sir Lewis Hamilton and his mum did come out and posed for some pictures for us, but Sir Lewis declined the opportunity to actually do any interviews. Now, that's his right. It's normal. I've been to many of these ceremonies with stars of sport and stage and screen who decide they don't really want them to become media events. But, of course, we are all desperately interested about what might be going through Lewis Hamilton's mind at the moment. Does he feel contentment or any sense of resentment about what happened on that final lap of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix? Remember, there's at least the potential of this appeal from the Mercedes team about the whole outcome of this year's Formula One World Championship. We should remember that Sir Lewis is already the most successful driver in F1 history, equal with those 7 titles, but Lewis has won more actual races than anybody else in F1 history. Now, his knighthood was for services to motor racing, but of course he's involved and interested in so many different aspects of British society, from veganism to education, politics and fashion. I don't see that changing, Ben. And with 2 years left on his Mercedes contract, we know, don't we, that back on the track we've got at least 2 more seasons of Verstappen versus Hamilton and everything that now entails.
And now let's move to cricket. Hosts New Zealand will face West Indies in the opening match of the Women's ODI World Cup on March 4th, according to the fixtures released on Wednesday. 6-time winners Australia will meet defending champions England at Seddon Park in Hamilton the following day, while India, last edition's runners-up, will face Pakistan in another marquee fixture on March 6th. The ICC confirmed that the 31 games will be played across 31 days, with the final carded for April 3rd. Like the previous edition, the tournament will be played in the league format, where each team will meet the other teams once. The top 4 sides will qualify for the semi-finals. Australia, England, South Africa and India qualified for the global event on the basis of their position in ICC Women's Championships 2017 to 2020, while New Zealand automatically qualified as hosts. After the World Cup qualifying event in Zimbabwe was called off due to the COVID-19 threat last month, Bangladesh, West Indies and Pakistan secure their places on the basis of their rankings. This will be the first big women's global event since the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020. And finally, with Pakistan already having sealed the T20 International Series, they take on West Indies in the 3rd and final game of the series on Thursday morning. The hosts won the first match by a comprehensive 63-run margin and the second game by 9 runs. Pakistan have an excellent record over the West Indies in T20 internationals, having won 14 of the 20 matches against them, losing just thrice. The last time West Indies beat Pakistan was back in 2017 in Trinidad. Another victory on Thursday will not only seal back-to-back series sweeps for Pakistan, but help them win a record-extending 20 T20 wins in a calendar year. For the visitors, a win in their final T20 match of the year will augur well before the 3-match ODIs against the same opponents. But with a depleted squad, the West Indies will need some inspired performances to turn the table against a very confident Pakistan. Thursday's 3rd and final T20 bowls off at 9 a.m. Grenadian time in Karachi. And that's all the sports we have for now. Stay with us. Regional and international news are up next. tonight's One Caribbean hookup begins with more sad news coming out of Haiti. Authorities are still working to identify some of the victims who died when a gas tanker exploded in Haiti 2 days ago. The Prime Minister has announced 3 days of national mourning after more than 60 people were killed.
One by one, victims of Monday's gas explosion are loaded onto trucks as onlookers watch in shock. There's little comfort for this mother who weeps at the loss of her child. White sheets cover the victims as they lay sprawled across the street. Some too badly burned to be identified.
I heard a loud noise around midnight. I asked one of my boys, "What is it about?" He said it was a large truck filled with gasoline. Right away, I left the place with my family and went the other way to the bridge. That's all I can say.
A truck carrying gasoline overturned Monday, exploding into a fireball and engulfing cars and homes in its path. Pedestrians reportedly rushed to the scene, collecting spilled gas as the country suffers from a severe fuel shortage.
I received many calls informing me about the fire and immediately sent the firefighters and police an alert so they could intervene. Unfortunately, many people died. But I want to congratulate our first responders because they put their lives at risk to control the fire and prevent any further deaths.
On Monday, Prime Minister Ariel Henry expressed his condolences, declaring 3 days of national mourning. With the local hospital stretched thin, he has deployed field hospitals to the area. It is the latest tragedy in a country that has already experienced so much this year. Jillian Wolfe, Al Jazeera.
Internationally, the new coronavirus variant Omicron is spreading across the globe at an unprecedented rate. That's according to the World Health Organization, who has issued a warning. Let's get the details in this BBC report.
It's been 3 weeks since the first detection of the Omicron mutation, but it's likely to be in most countries by now. That's according to the World Health Organization, who are pushing for increased vaccination, enforced mask wearing and further social distancing as the new variant moves swiftly around the world.
Omicron is spreading at a rate we have not seen with any previous variant. We're concerned that people are dismissing Omicron as mild. Surely, we have learned by now that we underestimate this virus at our peril. Even if Omicron does cause less severe disease, the sheer number of cases could once again overwhelm unprepared health systems.
77 countries are now reporting Omicron cases, with many jolting into action. The UK has rolled out its Plan B measures. And in the Netherlands, primary schools are closing early for the holidays. Christmas there will once again roll out with less sparkle as the nighttime lockdown is extended, limiting house guests to 4 over Christmas and New Year's Eve.
There's a lot we don't know about Omicron yet. More information will be revealed in the coming days and weeks. For example, we do not know yet how sickening this variant is, but what we do know by now is enough to worry us.
Early data had suggested Omicron may be resistant to vaccines, with many countries fearful of hospitals being overwhelmed, but some experts are more optimistic.
We're so thankful that we're not seeing the same kind of rate of mortality that we did with Delta, or even the high numbers of overall viral load, which tells us that Omicron, fortunately, should be as less pathogenic, but that doesn't mean if you're unvaccinated that you should be unworried about it. So we would still encourage you, certainly, to get the vaccine, get your booster.
Get the vaccine, a sentiment echoed by the WHO, but with a nod to vaccine inequality in poorer nations, reiterating the fact that when it comes to battling variants, the world is only as strong as its least vaccinated population. Stephanie Prentice, BBC News.
That's it for regional and international developments. A recap of the headlines is up next. let's look back at what made news tonight. Tuesday's deadline met as government averts major strike action at the Grenada Post Authority. Private sector Senator Chris Diali tells government they can forget the oil, but don't forget the gas as he probes the 2022 budget. Two senators, both one sharing the same board, clash over the operations at TAM-CC. Agriculture Senator Roderick St. Clair says there's no real effort to solve prettier larceny. In regional news, authorities working to identify some of the victims who died in a gas tanker explosion in Haiti on Monday. And internationally, WHO warns that Omicron variant spreading at an unprecedented rate. In sports, Lewis Hamilton receives his knighthood for services to motorsport. That's the end of GBN Nightly News for Wednesday, December 15th, 2021. If you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at www.gbn.gd or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. On behalf of the entire GBN News team, I am Blossom Alexis-Welsh. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday.